Let me ask you a question. What sort of individual do you want to be? What sort of guy or gal are you truly thriving to be? What does the perfect version of you look like? How much money does this individual make? Where does this individual live? What sort of haircut does this individual have? What sort of people does this individual hang out with? I really want you to think hard on this. This may take you some time to really actually think about the person you want to be. Not only that, when do you want to be that person? How old is this individual? How far away are you from being this character? In some sense, I think that every man should be on some version of self-improvement because there's always things that we can improve on. There's never a finish line in life. There's only one, and I don't think we're in a rush to get there. So in that case, there's always something that you can be doing while you still have breath in your body. So once you figure out this ideal version of yourself that you would like to be, let's start aiming to be that individual. But first you have to figure out who that person is. And what I want you to do then is start working backwards. So let's use money. How much money does this person make? You may say, oh, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be 100. I want to be a billionaire. Okay. So if you want to be a billionaire, that automatically narrows down your options of what you should be doing in your life. What does it take for a person to be a billionaire? We're going to use a millionaire. Someone that makes $1 million a year. What are the options for you to achieve this goal? Now, something I like to think of is, how can you not get there? 100% chance that you cannot get to $1 million. 100% chance. So let's say you're working at the 9 to 5. Who gets paid the most at that 9 to 5? Figure that out. Okay, once you know who gets paid the most, who gets paid the most at your job or whatever you're doing, cool. Is that the number that you want? Is that where you want to be? And if so, then continue on that path. You're on the right path. If not, then clearly something has to change. And then you just keep working backwards until you get to a point where you can start to go in the trajectory that you would like to reach the goals that you would like to reach. Because if you're doing things that won't even put you in the ballpark of your goals, then you're essentially wasting time. And let's say then the job isn't going to do that for you. Okay, then how do you plan to bridge that gap? And keep going until you get to today. So let's say the job is not going to get you to where you want to be. Cool. So then what will? Do you need a new job? So what's the step then? Well, you might have to start filling out some applications. Maybe you don't got your resume in check. So maybe you start there. You start working on the resume, getting shit filled out, and start looking for different opportunities that can help you get to that end goal. Let's go to fitness. What does this ideal version of you look like? Does he look like a Greek god? Okay, well then, how did that person start looking like a Greek god? Do they eat shit? Are they eating McDonald's and Wendy's and fucking chips, Debbie cakes, Twinkies? Probably not. Okay, so maybe we should start getting that out of our diet in order to start getting to that ideal version of ourselves. Like a lot of these things we can just work backwards on. Okay, so the person that has this Greek god body, how often do you think they work out? 5, 6 times a week, maybe? Well, how often are you working out? Is it 5 to 6 times a week? If not, then maybe we should up those numbers. You know, it may be a slow progression, but maybe we need to start getting there. You know, what sort of relationships does this person have? Does he hang out with high-level individuals? Would you consider him to be smart? Does he hang out with intelligent people? Are you currently hanging out with intelligent individuals? Are these people that you see that version of you hanging out with? If not, maybe we should start cutting these individuals out. Well, how did we get to hang out with people of this caliber? Well, we might have to start getting around these people. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get around intelligent people? How do we get around people that are on a higher level? Well, shit, maybe we have to be more intelligent. Maybe we have to do things a little bit differently than we're doing them now. You just take the problems that you have, or you take the ideal version of you, the person that you want to be, then start working backwards. And keep going until you get to the point that you can change right now. If you aren't smart enough, or you're not intelligent enough, you don't got enough money, you don't got the influence to get into the rooms that you want to get into, then start working on that. How do you get smarter? Okay, maybe we should start reading some more books. That's a start. You know, there's always something to do. And if you get these huge problems and then you just start chopping them up, you break them down into smaller and smaller pieces until you get to a point of something that you actually can do now. Because a lot of times we have these big, grandiose goals that seem so outlandish and so wild that we don't even really go after them because they're so far away. You're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire. Well, no shit. Everyone wants to be a millionaire. But where are you at now? Like, you can't think about being a millionaire until, shit, you even got 100,000. Are you a 6-figure dude? Shit, if you're not a 6-figure dude, then you go back. Shit, you got 10K. No, you don't got 10K. Then let's go back again. Let's go to 1,000. Do we have 1,000? If we don't got 1,000, then we go back again. So how do we get to 1,000? And you just keep breaking it down until it's something that you can actually achieve, and you can achieve quickly if you just put your mind to it and you focus. And you can use this with any aspect of life. Like, you just have to have the ideal version of yourself and then start breaking down how to get there. Like, there's so many different examples. Let's say, is this version of you, are they debt free? Do you have debt right now? Well, then maybe we should start paying down that debt. It's little things. How does this person speak? Do they got some bass in their voice? Are they confident? How do you become confident? I don't know how to become confident. So maybe we should go and look and see how to be more confident. As you see, there's all these things that you can work on. If you have a good idea of the person that you want to be, then there's endless opportunity for improvement. And I think every man should be on this journey of self-improvement. Like, I used to think this channel I used to not want this channel to be a self-improvement channel. But sorry about that. The more I look into it and the more I think about it, like that's the biggest thing that I do. I simply try to improve. I try to be better. I try to become a better version of myself. And the more I think about it, I can't think of anything better to do. What is there better to do than to simply become a better individual? And that just takes starting. Just starting the work. But you just gotta narrow the shit down to actual actionable steps that you can take in order to get to these goals. You gotta take your baby steps. And that is the game. Now, it may seem like nothing. That may be something you may have to like chop down your ego somewhat and be like, okay, you want to be a certain level of dude, but is your room clean? Like this version that you see of yourself, do you think their room is clean? So that's something that you can do right now. It's simply cleaning your room. This shit sounds real simple, but what you do is you do these small things and you do them consistently. And then you keep doing them. You just keep fucking doing them, and keep fucking doing them, and keep fucking doing them, and keep fucking doing them until eventually that's who the fuck you are. You are a person that does these things. And eventually, the more you do that shit, reality's gonna catch up to you. And all of a sudden, you're gonna look up and like, damn, I'm starting to look like that ideal individual. Shit, I am that ideal individual. And all it takes is for you to narrow shit down and focus on the things that you actually have to improve on and start fucking improving on them. Doses. Like and subscribe.